Hello, and you're listening to the Rollercasters, hosted by
Bhargavi Kamchali,
Janani Jain and
Tansi Dhungana, and welcome to our brand new interesting podcast.
we three are great friends and we are a random group of weirdos with weird lives.
we talk about random topics from fun, weird, and barely discussed topics.
For us, the Rollercaster is a platform to express our talent, skills, and emotions, I guess.
Welcome to the fun.
We publish new episodes every Friday and do subscribe to us in order to listen to more podcasts. And for now, bye!
Toodles!
Bye.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. It's a different intro by the way. So Tansy isn't there today. She went off somewhere all of a sudden. So yeah, and Jenny, obviously she isn't over here. And we have a guest here today. He's from I Got This Today podcast. His name is Brahma Navel. And would you like to say hello?
Hi everyone.
Yeah, so that's him. And so today we are going to talk about feminism. I find this quite an interesting, important topic because I'm a female myself. And yeah, so that's today's topic. And to be honest, today Tansy is not there. I'm recording all on my own and I really don't like this for some reason. And I want to do this, but yeah, I have someone with me and as long as I know, he's fine. Yeah, so feminism.
Yeah,
Well, I don't like bringing up anything like information with me. I like speaking like on the spot. But Fancy, she had some information. She said that she'll forward it to me. So yeah, and not much a big topic because feminism, it doesn't mean man-hating. First off, that's an important note because many people think when we support female, it means man-hating, which is never the way it is. We like everyone. It's just that we deserve our part of our respect, love, and care and everything we need, which 3/4 of the world is not interested to give us. So yeah, do you want to say anything about feminism, Brahma?
yeah. Feminism is not about promoting females also. It's about equality between males and females.
Exactly. So yeah, do you want
But
something?
but we actually need to promote women. And feminism is important for this world because males, the society of males is too dominating.
That is true. That's the point of it. That's why most females don't deserve the respect they get, and they think that women are way too weak and way too crazy, stupid, or mad enough to get like the respect and everything that they deserve. It's not fair on their basis. They're not supposed to think like you're just supposed to treat a woman the way she's supposed to be treated. So we need equality at every point because we see inequality in every point. Like if they say like, okay, basic example, the women cannot go out at night alone. That's true in my case. My mom never sends me out alone, even it's one of the very safe countries. She just doesn't send me alone outside. She always tell my dad to go out with me, and I say like I can fight, but still it's a no for her. That's one big thing. It doesn't mean like it's not fair up to some extent. I don't like that on like being myself. I don't like someone coming with me. Like it's just not fair up to some extent. There's no reason behind it, but it's not fair. So that's one of it.
Yeah, it is not fair actually. Women should get equal opportunities and as well as equal responsibilities.
True. So well, and before she left away, leaving me alone, she sent this thing. It's about the amount of people, women that is, who became famous and who actually got fame in the society. So first one is Marie Curie. I bet everyone in this entire world knows her. She's a chemist and she was the first woman to receive Nobel Prize, which is quite a big deal. And I'm guessing she's from France as long as I've read about her. I'm not sure from where she is, but yeah. No, wait, she's from Poland, according to Google. And she discovered the chemical element polonium in 1898. And she named it after her native country, as Poland. And her husband is Curie, so that's why her name comes like Marie Curie Terry. Husband name is Terry, and yeah, she died because she had excessive amount of radioactive elements within her body. She kind of had this radioactive element with her everywhere she goes, and that's why she died like that, sadly. So that's Marie Curie. Another one is our Indian doctors. The first doctor in India was a female. Her name is Anandi Gopal Joshi. She was born in 31st March 1865, 26 February, and she died on 26 February 1887. It's a very short time to be living. But yeah, that's her. She's a Western medicine alongside.
Marie Curie received a Nobel Prize, and she actually experimented radioactive elements on her hand.
She did that?
Yeah, she did that because she don't have anything to experiment on. So she injected the radioactive element in her hand to experiment. That's why she got a Nobel Prize. That is so daring, actually.
That is daring. We need a lot of courage to do that. So, great, right? Yeah, so these are only two things that she sent. Nothing much actually. So that's there. And there's
you can see every field, not only science and research and doctor, but every field we can see women and equal competition as well.
I'm not going to put out anything, but it's fair enough, because no offense to everyone who are male boys listening to this, like, you are enough intelligent, but I'm saying this. As long as I know women are more intelligent, no offense. There are men who are way more intelligent, like Einstein himself, but then up to some extent I still believe that women are like kind of really intelligent. They have the intuition about the future, believe it or not, it's true. Once they say it, it's bound to happen up to some extent. And yeah, another one lady I'm very impressed about, because she's in the field that I love, is Kalpana Chawla. She was an American astronaut, Indian American, who was the first woman of Indian origin to go to space. She was the first Indian woman to go to space, so that's a big deal. And she died while coming back, sadly. But it's still great. Like Brahma said, you find the women like succeeding in every field, and it's just nice. And it's not like we are like weak or something. We are enough strong, but we just want to show it. We're too lazy for that, I think. At least I'm too lazy to show it. And yeah, that's it. There's nothing much to speak of feminism. If Nancy would have been here, she would be like telling nicely about feminism, but yeah, well, this is what it is. Just want to say, like, we deserve a part of respect. We deserve everything that we have to get, because most of it, especially in 2021, people are losing their minds on, and they're removing the entire anger on women. And the one that actually proved this was the one where the husband killed his wife for going to job. He was a doctor, I think. He just killed her in the middle of the road. Like, he stabbed her like 18, 20 times. That's bad. She followed her dreams. We should appreciate that, right? No, we cannot do that, right? We just don't like that. Let's kill girls. We all went crazy up to some extent.
I'm not supporting her.
Exactly. It's not fair. So just need the part where we have to deserve. That's it. It's an entire thing. And I can't do this.
in this society, and the world is now getting global, so it's not about a particular country or something, but it's happening everywhere.
Mm-hmm. It's true, it's happening everywhere. Correct, like women in total, because I think 30%, let's say 100% is the entire population, 70% is male, and let's take the remaining, okay, fine, maximum, not 70, 60%, 40%. This is not from Google, this is my assumptions, and like I'm just bringing out the me, like just rationing it out. So, and the remaining 40% will be female. In that 40%, 20% will be having inequality, suffering, and 10% will give up on life and they might suicide. And the remaining 10% are brave girls and deciding that let's just fight the world the way it is. Just think about it.
Yeah. Actually, very rude of this world that women are not getting the respect they deserve, and there are some males who really respect us.
There are, well, hands up to those people because they know how to do it. For those who don't know, start respecting, because first off, remember, she's a part of your mother, a part of your sister, or bring out any relationship you want to bring out over here, your cousin, anything, whoever you love the most. I love my sister the most. So if I see any girl, I take her as my sister. So it's just that when you see a girl, stop thinking her as a girl and start thinking out like, I know how to explain it. Exactly. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, see every girl with the equal amount of respect you see your mother or any loved woman that you know. I think most men and everyone love their mother the first, or it will be their sister, because everyone's first love will be their mother or their father. So just see everyone with equal respect, because everyone deserves respect, and we know, like, most of them experience what it is to not get respect, to not get their amount of thing in the society, whatever it is. It could be salary, love, or anything. But they know it. That's why they show enough respect to others. I think that's the reason why we are still calm, and the better part. Sorry, no offense. I'm saying whatever I'm going to say is going to be really offensive, but I'm not saying with any intention. It's the truth. So accept it or not, it's the truth. So yeah, that's fine.
I completely agree, and I am completely obsessed with Mahabharata and Ramayana kind of stuff. And when the Mahabharata would take place, it is due to Draupadi's Vastraharan, right?
Yeah.
Before there were too many reasons of taking Mahabharata place, right? Mahabharata.
Yeah.
But it took place after Draupadi's Vastraharan. That shows that if you don't respect women, your entire generation will get vanished.
That's exactly true, because the entire earth starts from a mother's or woman's womb. So that's one thing. And Mahabharata, those people who are not Hindus or who are just not in a religion, remember that, not remember, just information. Mahabharata is an epic story of the Hindus. It's one of the biggest wars in the entire. It's the biggest war. It's not one of the biggest wars. It's the biggest war. It happened during some century, I don't know. And it's really good. The book's really nice. It's a story. So even if you're in any other religion, if you want to give it a read it, if you want to read it, go ahead. It's really nice. It just entertain your time, and you get a lot of lessons from it. Yeah. So not only that, even in other religions, like in the Christians, the Christ book and the Bible, everything, Mother Mary and all also, like, they kind of disrespected to some extent, not like completely disrespected. They were, and in every part they just showed us, like, all kind of religious books, everything, they showed us that we have to respect women. But now where is the world leading to? But if there are people who... You continue, stop interrupting me.
Instead of saying that it showed us giving more respect to women, it showed us equality between men's and women's.
True, correct, but that that equality is not there right now. So, anyways, just saying that every religious book it showed that we have to give respect to everything in the world, whether it's women, female, animal, any kind of creature it is. You have to show enough amount of kindness and everything. If a woman does wrong, it's fine. You're ready to shout at her, tell her that she did something wrong. Doesn't mean sit quietly giving her respect. No. If she did something wrong, go ahead, shout at her. It's fine because she did something wrong. But if she's completely right and she told you the right thing, it doesn't mean you have to just get angry at her simply, right? Because she's just a girl. And to be honest, many Indians stereotypes up to some extent think that a girl being born in a family is kind of like this bad thing. I don't know whether it's only Indians or the entire world, but most people think that in India, as long as I know, my relatives and everyone think that a girl being born in the house is kind of like this bad thing happening. It's like a bad omen. I seriously don't believe that because
that generation is vanished now. That was the thinking of old generation. Now that thinking have been reduced completely, I guess. But there will be some amount of people, like 10%, who still think that way, that a girl child born in the house is bad and girl child is like a an extra weight on their life.
That's what I've seen people who think like that, and I don't believe that most of them forgot it. Some people really take this very seriously. Some people, all of them want a boy to be born in their house, none of them want a girl. That's the sad part. And if most of them during the olden times, a girl is being born means like they have to kill it. I'm like, why you have to kill? She's just a baby only, right? She's not some kind of demon who just put her foot on the earth, something like that. She knows what she is, and you don't have to kill or do anything bad. She's just a baby. I know from where I'm reading this too. Anyways, coming back to the topic where it all started. I was speaking about, you know what? I forgot what I was speaking about. That's the main topic for this. I was speaking about something. I just brought this till here. Anyways, you have something to tell, Brahma. I was kept on talking.
Like Mahabharata and that kind of stuff also signifies, and every religion signifies, that's true. But Hindu literature signifies woman as a goddess also.
Yeah.
In Christianity, I don't think there is some kind of goddess. There are angels, exactly. But in like, if you know Hindu religion, everything is a god, right? Like moon is a god, Surya Dev and everything. Like the knowledge goddess, and there are so many goddess, and to devote them will really change men's perspective on women. Devotion to a goddess, men's perspective.
It's not only that, even Christianity, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce that word really well, but in Christianity, there's Mother Mary. She was the one who gave birth to Jesus, and she's known as the mother of Jesus. She's also prayed, so worship, that is. So she is considered as a goddess, and even in Islam, there is Prophet Muhammad's wife. I bet there is Prophet Muhammad had a wife. I know that. So she's also a woman, and she's also like devoted, like reading. She's also a part of the Islamic, we call that Quran. She was a part of the Islamic Quran. People do worship her also. There's a woman in every field, but in Hindus, they're like a bit more. It's just like the entire thing. As long as I know, all religions are one. Whether it is Islam, Christianity, or Hindu, Jainism, Buddhism, whatever it is, all the religions are the same, and everything just has a main topic that you just have to stay kind to everything in life. whether it's the demon or the god itself, because everything is a form of the god, whether it's women, female, a bug also, it's fine. Just stay kind enough, and you don't have to actually rage up your anger on something else that's innocent. That's the best thing that I can say in this, because most of the things that happen, like rape, murders on women or harassing or whatever it is, all those things, that throwing acid on the face of women, all this that happened, it's because you're removing your anger on someone that's innocent. If a girl says no for whatever it is, no, it's love or whatever it is, it means no. You don't have to get angry on it. Maybe there's someone else or something else waiting, but no means no. So you have to accept it, whether you like it or not. That's the entire thing. And yes, you have to just take it in, and you should not be that angry towards anything, and give women what they truly deserve. Yeah, so that's it from my side.
Woman is getting means it's a sin.
Yeah.
Offense on anyone is a sin. Why would anyone do that?
I don't know that exact answer, but because this is such kind of generations, people get angry too quick, and no offense for those who are really good and who respect women. Good, it's good for you, good for the women around you, and for people all around you, because you know what it is to truly like respect something. Yeah, but for those people who do it, who like wantedly or unwantedly tease or just make a bad image of a girl, likingly or not, you just have to realize that it's not fair of you to do that. It's not good of you even to do it, because she truly doesn't deserve that, and she never deserves it. If she does something wrong, you must do it, even if that doesn't mean like if you're a stranger and a girl does something wrong, you can't just go and simply shout at her. I'm saying this in the case of a brother, a father or something. If your wife or your children or your siblings, being a girl or a boy, does something wrong, you must tell them that you did wrong. It's completely fine, but if there's no fault and you treat her differently, making her feel that she's a woman, then you're treating her wrong. Because if it happens all around, because they say like you're a girl, you should make sure that you wear like a shawl around it, I guess. Like why? Like just why? I don't get that point at all up to some extent, but still, not fair. Treat her like how you treat any other person on the earth. I've noticed people treating me different when I go to my relatives. They treat me as if I'm fragile, very fragile, being the youngest and being a woman, second of all. So they treat me as I'm very fragile and I'm very weak and stuff. I hate the way they do that, and I like it when nobody pays attention to me. So they think that I need a lot of attention and things, and it's not true. It's not true at all. So that's that. So this moral of this entire episode is give a woman her respect, treat her nicely, equally with what she deserves. Just don't get angry or make her feel that she's different. Yeah, that's it.
What I think is feminism and humanity are same. We need to see everything as humans and not male, female, black, white, and everything.
Yeah.
There is no discrimination.
That's true. You have any other points? I'm out with my points. I've been repeating the same thing over and over.
We can talk about masculine and feminine energy. Everyone has it. Like if you are female, you will have more feminine energy, and if I'm boy, I will have more masculine energy. But both of them means a male would also have feminine energy. So you are also in some part of female. That's what I want to tell you. That energy is constant and every one of us are equal.
That kind of proves a point of science I've been thinking for a very long time. But thanks for that. And yeah, that actually is true. Let's bring it to a scientific way. Okay, for those who don't know, okay, women even have like estrogen, and they also have a part of like testosterone. for those who believe in science and not on this energy stuff, because I believe in both. I believe in this energy, aura, and everything. I even believe in science. For those who don't believe in this energy, aura, and everything, let's bring it into a bit of science. Women have both. Men also have both the testosterone and estrogen. I cannot pronounce it really well, so forgive me for that. So yeah, and the more amount and the less amount of it tells how much of a female you are and how much of a male you are. So at some point, totally, at some point, you're a female also. That's the kind of version of you they say, because estrogen brings out the kindness in you. Whenever you're kind, you're actually kind of bringing the femininity in, to be honest. Now don't be like you and stuff and just stop being more kind. It's good. Yeah, so that's the entire thing. Anything else, Brahma? You want to share anything else? I'm out of points. You there?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you want to share anything else?
I think that's it.
Well, then I'll finish my points. Like I said, totally give what a girl deserves, whether it is anything. Make her feel that she is a part of everyone. Don't just, if she says no, accept it. Whether you like it or not, whether it's from your heart or not, just accept it and go. Don't make her feel like, sad or like, make her guilty about saying something in front of it all, with bringing all her confidence and everything she has, courage and everything. If she says no, it's a no. Just saying it, because I've seen many people like, if a girl says no for something, that's it, that's the end of her life. Up to some extent, yes. It can be even a mother shouting, a father shouting, or like acid throwing, or it can be anything. But if she says a no, damn, that's it. The world is over right now. So just accept her how she is. And for those who might have a child and listen to our episode, it's fine if it's a girl baby also. You're equally blessed. And yeah, that's it. So this is your host, Bharvi from Chavi, signing off. Yeah. And Rama, you want to say bye to everyone?
Yeah, everyone, bye. I am Brahma. If you want to check my podcast, its name is I Got This Today. You can check it. I talk about a lot of different stuff. So that's it. Bye. And thank you for having me. I'm glad I am talking with you.
My pleasure. And also you're welcome. Yeah, so check out his podcast. He puts in great stuff about everything. So yeah, do that. And yeah, bye. Keep smiling. And don't get angry, please. The world's way more good for that. Yeah, okay, then bye. Bye. I'm saying bye from Tanzania and Jenny also. So yeah, bye.